Hello. Today I wanted to tell a story about my life. And so this actually starts in a different country. And that country is Mexico. It's a small town in the state of Baja California named Mexicali. And so I don't remember much about my time there. I was very little and I have a lot of nostalgia because my family talks about it immensely. And when they talk about it, I miss it even though I don't even know it. And so one of the artifacts that I included was this video because listening to it, it kind of resonates with me a lot. She talks a lot about a home she misses and a home that she appreciates. I'll play a little just so you can get a taste.
En el canto de las olas encontré un rumor de luz.
Just when I think about my home away from home, I think that's what it is. That's what it sounds like. It's soft and just full of nostalgia. Um, the next place and phase of my life that I want to talk about is when we came from the United States, we settled in Los Angeles. And so this is where I grew up and I spent most of my elementary school years. I was one, and then we didn't move from Los Angeles until about the age of 10. And so here my parents they they taught me a lot, and I think this is where I became a little bit more cognizant of where they came from and where they wanted me to go. And that was leaving Mexico and leaving, settling in the United States because they thought that I had a better opportunity here. And so their names are Blanca and Gabriel. The next part of this road trip is, you know when I began, when I left adolescence and I entered my teen years. And so this is a moment in my life where I became a little bit more executive in my thinking, and I started to think about, the things that I wanted to do in the future. And, you know, um, I became closer to the steps that I need to take to get, to fulfill my dreams. And this is where I fell in love with reading and with poetry specifically. And there's a few poets that really inspired me. And what was interesting is that a lot of these poets originated in Latin America and countries like Mexico or Chile. And it's crazy how everything kind of goes full circle. But I'll play a bit of the verse so that you can have the full effect.
Translated by Tonight I can write the saddest lines. Write, for example, the night is starry and the stars are blue and shiver in the distance.
So this is also a moment where I realized just the strength of emotions and the power that it takes to be vulnerable. And so I call this like my sad, depressing teen years, but I think it really set the scale for how powerful and how positive emotions can be, even if we think that they're a source of darkness. The next part of this trip is when I became an adult and I took the lessons from my parents. I took the lessons from my nostalgia, and I took the lessons from my teenage years and what I thought were just ambitions, and it kind of really became the something that is can be set in stone. And I found the person who I want to spend the rest of my life with, and I found my home. You know, it was Mexico, it was Cypress Park in Los Angeles, it was Pomona, and I felt different as soon as I met this person, and we settled in Ontario, and you know, we're us now. So what my parents did for me back then, I want to do, um, for my kids. And I have a short video that I can play as well, that was actually in or at our wedding, and it was what we walked down the aisle to. just a snippet so as to not take all of your time, but that song is amazing, and it's it resonates with me because I feel like I've had a lot of homes, and this is this is the one home that gets to come with me wherever we go. The last stop on this tour of my life is the success, the culmination of growing up and being a kid is just to pass down that information to your kids. And so we recently got news that I'm gonna have a kid of my own, and it's gonna have its own trajectory just like I did. And I get to share that with them. I get to share my history, and they're gonna do the same. They're gonna grow up and you see where they've come from and see where they're going. And I think that's the purpose of it all. And so if there's anything to take away from this activity, is one, thank you, but also uh, to acknowledge how something like this can really bring teachers and students together, and how meaningful it is to show where we've been and where we're going, because you know routes intersect, paths cross, and there are parallels. So thank you.